And it's time now for Better Food because Thanksgiving's just around the corner and you might be thinking of turkey, of course, but what's better than pie for dessert? You could go out and buy it.
Pie for dinner.
But Chef Plum is showing us a very simple way to make a pie for everyone.
Pie for dinner, Chef Plum. Pie for dinner.
Is it plum pie, Chef?
Dos vidania.
Dos vidania.
I don't think I messed it up too. I don't know. I was trying to remember. I was like, how do you say it? How do you say it? I don't know if I should try it. So I went for it anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to make hand pies. So I got really inspired this week on Seasoned on WNPR. We were talking all about pies and getting baking and things like that. And I'm not a good baker. I'm like, maybe slightly above average, which isn't saying much. So I try to bake things that smell great in the house, make me look like a champion, and aren't that hard. So hand pies are the way to go. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. You ready for this?
Okay.
We are so ready.
And you can make these like savory. You could actually do this the day after Thanksgiving and fill it with turkey and stuffing and gravy and make it savory as opposed to sweet. So
like
it's kind of got lots of functions. That's it. So what I've got here is just some apples. So a lot of people, when they peel their apples, they're going to get one of those machines that spins it or use a knife. I prefer just to use my peeler like this. You can use my fancy overhead cam here. You can see how I peel it once around and then come down across the entire apple just like this.
Now, do you need to core? Do you need to core the apple?
Not yet. Not yet. We're going to core it here in just a second. So I peel down the sides. What's so funny? Did I miss something? Because I was watching trying to cut my fingers.
They played the honeymooners. Oh, I can core an apple.
Oh,
sorry.
Every time.
I got it peeled there.
Thank you, Rich.
Taking my knife. I'm going to quarter it. And then the best way to core this out and make it simple is take your knife at a 45-degree angle and just slice straight down just like that. Takes that core right out.
Yes.
Incredibly easy. Look at that.
I do that. I learned that from you.
What's that, Kara?
I do that when I'm cutting apples for my kids. I learned that from you.
Hey, there you go. So then I take them. I'm just going to cut these guys in half just like this. And then we're just going to slice them up, right? I like little chunkier pieces. I think it tastes better. I think it holds up better in the pan. This is really the hardest part of what we're making today. So I've got 4 apples here chunked up, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm really fancy now. Look at this, guys. Here we go. I'm going to cook right in front of you. How about that?
Okay.
On that. That's good, right? There you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of butter to this pan. I'm just going to put maybe a tablespoon of butter in this pan. Let it melt down. Let it start to get a little bit brown. And then all we're going to do is toss these apples right in here, right? Give them a little toss around the butter, just like this. Don't throw them on your floor because your wife yells at you. That's what always happens to me. I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of sugar right in there. And here's the trick for me, you guys. I add a little brown sugar to it too, right? When it doesn't stick. There we go. A little brown sugar. This is literally me baking. This is as much baking as I can do. I can cook anything you want. I can make a steak. I can make you lobster. I can make you some hot cuisine type dishes. When it comes to baking, I am the worst because I'm not patient. I don't measure anything. All right, so we let these apples cook down. As they start to cook down, we're going to add a little cinnamon to it, right? And just let them kind of start to absorb that sugar and let that moisture come out. They'll get soft, right? I'm going to move this out the way now so you can see what I've got going on. I've got some apples already done, and they look like this when they're done. Can you see how great is that? Like soft, jammy. That's what you want. Yum. So what we're going to do to make this even easier is we're going to take out some puff pastry dough, right? Just from the grocery store, the frozen puff pastry dough. And what I do is I take my rolling pin, and I'm just going to roll it. So it's about, thin but not broken. Stay with me, Scott. We're almost there. This is so easy.
I'm with you. I'm enjoying this.
So easy. Here we go. I'm going to sprinkle a little flour on top because I'm sticking. And then what we're going to do is I feel like I'm like Bob Ross. Like, we're going to make a happy little tree. That's what we're going to do. Here we go. Then I take a bowl like this. This is like a 6-inch bowl. I'm just going to put that here and take my knife and run my knife around the edges just like this, right?
Okay.
To cut it just like that. And then I can get 2 of them out of this. So we'll cut it right here too. And this extra dough you're going to have, you can save it, you can re-roll it, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. Me, I just move it out the way. Sometimes I'll cook it for the kids if they want it. All right. So now we have these 2 perfect little squares. Now, people ask me all the time, they say, Chef, and I say, yes. And they say, can we use pie dough instead of puff pastry dough? Yes, you can. Pie dough is going to be nice and flaky. The puff pastry dough gets nice and puffy and delicious. So I'm taking some of that apple filling we've got here, and I'm just putting it right into the center of the circle we cut here. And don't be crazy about the circles. I'm crazy about it because I have a weird thing in my brain about making things feng shui. I'm going to fold it over, but I'm going to leave a little bit on the edge there. I'm going to pat down, just like that, fold it over.
Yeah, it's like a giant wonton.
It's and
Yeah,
shit.
that's actually exactly right.
I know
So
exactly.
you can think turnovers also is a good way to think about it.
Okay.
So then what we do is we fold back over our dough like this. It's like a 3-phase folding. So that's 2. And then if you want to get really fancy, you can take your fingers and like put 2 and then push in. And you can make little what do they call those little things? So it looks pretty. It looks like it's fancy.
Oh.
Like that.
Look
2
at that.
fingers push.
What
2
about the
fingers
fork?
push.
Do you need to use the fork where you make the little crimps?
You could do you certainly could use the fork. I prefer to use my hands, right? So then we're gonna take these guys on a little paper here, put a little egg wash on them. The egg wash makes it brown and look beautiful. And what we do is we put little holes in it. You got to have those air vents so it can steam out and doesn't explode in the oven.
Oh.
Got your oven set to 425. I'm going to put these guys in at 425 degrees. And look at this. This is what they look like when they come out. Come on. How beautiful is that? Look at these guys.
Oh my God.
Check this out, huh?
That really
Nice.
does look
Little
beautiful.
ice cream
with
maybe a
that.
little ice cream.
Oh, yeah. You can fill this with whatever you want. You want to put apples in it. You want to put cherries in it. You certainly could. But look how great these guys look. Look at the filling on the inside of there. Can you see that? Look
Yeah.
at that.
Ah.
Flaky, delicious, beautiful.
Really great
Hand
for a
pies.
smaller Thanksgiving, too, because you could have lots of different pies and just put them out there for a small group.
Easy. You can make people happy. And if you really want to get fancy, have the kids or everybody at the Thanksgiving, make them with you. Have everything ready to go and have them make hand pies together.
That's awesome.
That would
Thank
be
you,
fun.
Chef. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. That was a great idea.
You guys rock.
I love it. I love it.
That's awesome.
And I can do that.
I think I can do that too.
You could also put like Nutella in there.
I could
and
also
stuff.
buy a, one of those hand pies.
Wouldn't be as, satisfying though.
No, it wouldn't be.